Boom. Alright, what's up you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you about my number one stock pick for the month of April 2022. That stock, as you already know, is Vuzix, and if you've tuned into the channel over the past few months, you know that Vuzix is a stock that I've praised very highly in the past. Although VUZI, along with pretty much every other growth stock in the market, hasn't been performing the best lately, I still believe this company and this stock has 5 to 10x potential over time, and it's really more just a matter of when and not if, at least in my opinion. Alright, so I'll do my best to explain to you guys why that is over the course of this video from both a fundamental and technical perspective. We will of course be taking a look at VUZI on the charts, and I'll let you guys know what I think could happen to VUZI's share price as we move through the new month of April. But you guys know the drill. We have to kick it off with the fundamentals, because ultimately the fundamentals are what makes me extremely bullish on VUZI. And again, really just a matter of when, not if, when it comes down to those very, very impressive multiples that could ultimately lead to life-changing gains. Okay, so we will kick off the video by taking a quick look at Vuzix's website. We'll just take a look at their homepage, take a look at their beautiful augmented reality glasses, scroll down the page, and touch back on some of the use cases, the actual applications of these AR glasses. We will then move on to their Twitter page. The simple reason that I want to share this with you guys is to show you how damn consistent these guys are with releasing solid product updates. You look at this 7 hours ago, beautiful post. March 30th, just yesterday, and these guys are just pumping out the content, and sick content at that. It's crazy that this company is only worth a few $100 million at this point, at least in my opinion. Okay, this has such a bright future, and to reinforce that opinion, I do want to take a look at some breaking news. This article just came out the day I'm recording this. This is Alibaba leads $60 million funding into augmented reality glasses maker Nreal in Metaverse play. So Nreal, I don't know how you pronounce it, is pretty much the Vuzix of China. And honestly, after a quick Google, I found that their product is way uglier, at least in my opinion. I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I guess. But in my opinion, these glasses are pretty hideous. And the fact that Alibaba, which is pretty much the Amazon of China, just dumped $60 million into this company makes me that much more bullish on Vuzix and their beautiful line of products, okay? So that is all of the fundamentals we'll touch on. Again, of course, we will dive deeper over the course of this video into each of these topics, and then we'll close it out talking some technicals, talking some price targets over the coming weeks and as we move through the month of April once again. But before we do, you guys, it means a lot if you guys give the video a like, simply because I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, want to follow the Vuzix journey, want to follow the Metaverse journey, because there's a lot of other stocks in this space, and of course cryptocurrencies as well, that I'm excited to make content about over the near future. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Also have some honorable mentions that I want to touch on, and to do that, I want to read the piece on Vuzix that I sent out to the newsletter fam last week, because once again, I explained why I'm bullish on Vuzix, why I went heavy on Vuzix in my personal portfolio, and once again also mention a few of the honorable mentions for the month of April, because this is my only my top one. Vuzix is one, but I got some honorable mentions as well. So Vuzix got the shades. Fundamentally, in other AR glasses manufacturer news, Alibaba just invested 60 M's into a very similar company to Vuzix. It's a company by the name of Nreal, and if they're capable of raising this amount of capital from such a reputable company in Alibaba, the Amazon of China, once again, then I don't see any reason Vuzix can't do the same. Okay, you guys, look at these things. Look at these things. Look at the where are these things. Boom, look at those. And then look at these. Those are worlds apart, okay? So you guys know that a big reason I like names like Vuzix, Matterport, and SoFi, those honorable mentions that I was talking about, isn't only because they're young companies with very bright futures, but also because I think they're prime targets for acquisition. Being bought out by a larger company, i.e. Apple, Microsoft, Verizon, etc. The reason I mentioned Verizon is because Vuzix, if you guys remember, actually has a partnership with Verizon for their 5G build-outs. Anyway, this is highly speculative on my end, but I also wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we saw it happen. That's where life-changing wealth is created, and I'm sticking to what got me here today, what got me to where I am today. There we go, by trusting my gut with plays like this. So if you guys know the way I trade, I'm a swing trader. I'm a long-term trader. I pick out companies like Vuzix, and back in 2020, Riot Blockchain, Marathon Digital, Moderna, Riot and Mara, when they were a few bucks, like $2, $3, we started talking about it on the channel. When I first started this channel back in early 2020, Moderna bought that at like 30 bucks, started talking about that on the channel at 30 bucks. And then now Vuzix, there's this new batch of Vuzix, Matterport. These companies that play into what I believe will be one of the biggest trends, if not the biggest trend of 2022 and 2023, and that is the overall metaverse trend. Okay, so again, pick some winners, do your due diligence, and that's what I'm trying to help you guys with today. Of course, go on to do your own research, but I'm super pumped on this company. Again, if you've been tuned in, you know I'm pumped on this company, but we'll dive in even further into all of this good stuff over the course of this video. And again, shout out to the runners up, Matterport and SoFi, because I think these two have some major comebacks to make over the near future at the very least. Okay, so again, you guys, plug time. If you want to know how I'm trading Vuzix, Matterport, SoFi, so many other plays in my portfolio, there's probably 40 to 50 active positions in there at all times. You can check this out. Complete portfolio, daily newsletter. You get a complete breakdown of my entire personal portfolio, call options, put options, stock positions, cryptocurrency positions, which I update every single trading day during market hours, and along with every update, I also send out an email newsletter explaining my thoughts. So again, this was last week. This is part 2 of the newsletter, where we cover charts and analyses on a few names that are relevant to the Waves fam that day. And again, you guys, this is every day. Even if I'm out of town, even if I'm not making YouTube content, you know I'm coming in hot, and maybe even hotter if I'm not making videos with the daily newsletter. And again, I work really hard on that guy, so it means a lot if you guys check it out. First link down below, $15 a month, 40 bucks for every 3 months. Give her a go. If you don't like it, feel free to unsub, but again, I work hard on it, so I really appreciate it if you guys check that out. First link in the description box down below. Again, it means a lot if you check it out. If not, though, no worries at all. Let's dive into the rest of this video, taking a look at Vuzix's homepage. So, smart glasses for the connected workforce. Vuzix provides an AR solutions, AR, once again, augmented reality, that are transforming the way work gets done. See what Vuzix makes possible. Boom, operations, remote support, teleconferencing, and telemedicine. These are all I mean, their website is beautifully built as well. The perfect balance of performance and comfort. Again, you can see doctors using it. You can see this used in construction, in for medical applications, for development applications. There's so much used, and if you remember, I'm referencing a lot of older articles we covered with the Verizon, and also that Fortune 50 company, that Fortune 50 global retailer that put in a $200,000 to $400,000 order. Big difference, but one of the two, order for VUZI smart glasses to give to their employees in their warehouses. So there's so many use cases for this product line. Again, you can see all the products they have and all the use cases available for this. And again, you guys, this is such early days. I mean, Vuzix has seen such a crazy correction, and a lot of the hype has faded by now. But once again, when the hype fades, once we're coming out of that despair phase, which is where I believe we are now, that's when generational wealth is created. That's when you establish those positions for the long term. And once again, I'm so confident, whether it takes 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, that Vuzix will 5 to 10x from where it is today. It's only a matter of time. Okay, at least that's my opinion. But always know, you guys, money is where my mouth is. Okay, so that is that. Again, you guys, go take a look at Vuzix.com. Just Google it for yourself if you want to do more digging. Let's take a quick look at their Twitter articles. Again, great. One of the best Twitter pages in the game. Always getting notifications. But a public company listed on the NASDAQ, obviously ticker symbol VUZI, and the leading supplier of smart glasses and AR technology and products. I mean, you guys, if that product right there can raise $60 million from a titan of industry like Alibaba, I mean, what's stopping Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Meta from investing in Vuzix. Like, and they have so many patents. Vuzix has so many patents. And again, you guys, I did a solo analysis on Vuzix. You guys can go watch that where we dive a little deeper. But there's so much to cover here. I'm just trying to really sum it up for you guys in this video. So again, this first one, that's a wrap. Thank you for stopping by to experience the Vuzix M400 smart glasses with our partner ProGlove. Stepping into the future of medicine with the Vuzix smart glasses. Like, this is a sick little, like, I saw this clip play. Look at that. Look how cool that is. That's the future, guys. This is the future. Between here and Ready Player One, between 2022 and Ready Player One, you're going to need that middle ground. You're going to need that bridge. And AR, augmented reality, is that bridge, okay? So that's that. Once again, you guys, let's quickly read over a few key points here. Take one more look at what is, in my opinion, in my eye, a hideous product, definitely compared to these things. Let's read over this and again, just get hyped about the potential of a U.S. company investing in the U.S. version of Nreal, and the real one, that is Vuzix. Okay, so key points: Alibaba led a $60 million investment round into augmented reality glasses maker Nreal, and Nreal said the $60 million round. Terrible name also, by the way. Vuzix is a sick name. I mean, look at all those cool. What a Scrabble word Vuzix is. Really rolls off the tongue well anyway. Not like Nreal. I don't mean to roast Nreal, but you know what? Because I'm a VUZI bull, I will roast their competitor. Said the $60 million round will be used to increase investment in research and development, good old R&D, and accelerate expansion into new markets this year, including China. Chinese technology giants from Tencent to Alibaba are trying to get in on the Metaverse Act. A collaboration with Nreal could help Alibaba expand its AR capabilities. All right, so that is Nreal. Once again, let's take one more look at these and one more look at these just to preface these bullish price targets and talk some price action to close out the video. Before we talk price targets, you guys, please let me know in the comments down below. Are you invested in VUZI? Are you bullish on VUZI? If not, what's your favorite Metaverse-focused stock in the equity markets? Is it Matterport? SoFi isn't a Metaverse stock, but I really like SoFi right now. So let me know, just what is your number one stock going into the month of April? That's an easy one. Number one stock pick, VUZI's mine. What is yours? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so when it comes to the short term, I'm recording this on Thursday, March 31st, final day of March. I will likely be releasing this either tomorrow, Friday, April 1st, or Sunday. I'll probably do it Sunday if I'm being honest. But anyway, regardless of where we're going, VUZI is looking strong from a short-term perspective. And of course, we will zoom out after this and close out the video talking a little more bird's eye view and zoomed out longer term on VUZI, okay? But short-term, we are looking good. VUZI, from this area, I say this in every video pretty much, but we've been talking about growth stocks a lot, and it's because this applies, and this will apply again over the course of your trading career if you want to stick with this, and if you're playing growth stocks, okay? Once you come out of that crazy crash, of the bull market, of the hype cycle, and then of that crash that follows, what we're seeing here is really the despair phase, okay? And the despair phase, you can pretty much is perfectly correlated with sideways range trading. Following a big move down, range trading and a drop in volume is usually a good sign that the sellers have been exhausted and they can make room for the bulls to start picking up shares for the long haul, which again, me and the portfolio, the Waves fam, which is what, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been doing. I've definitely been doing it, and I've been talking about it a whole lot. But anyway, it gives the bulls time to reaccumulate at a lower price for the long run, okay? And although, once again, 5 to 10x over the long haul, I have a VUZI position that I will not sell for the long term. But when it comes to the short term, we're looking very good as well. Series of higher highs and higher lows following this range trading. Once again, that phase of despair. And following despair, you get the reversion to the mean because this has gotten oversold. Now we'll get back into that comfortable medium between those bubble tops, those bubbly highs that we saw like in November and February of last year, of 2021. Now we'll kind of find that comfortable middle ground, okay? Because we went from overbought to oversold. Now we find that median. And right now, short term, VUZI is in a series, and again, who knows if that'll take a month, 2 months, 6 months. But short term, VUZI is in a very clean series of higher highs and higher lows, while also being in this nice ascending channel. Kind of megaphone ascending channel too. It's not perpendicular like that, which is a clean ascending channel, but the megaphone when it's a little more spread eagle like that. Okay, so higher highs, higher lows, beautiful ascending channel. These two green lines right here. Green line on the bottom is the line of support on this ascending channel, which VUZI at the time of recording is pretty much sitting pretty right on top of. And the line of resistance on this ascending channel, in the case that VUZI does just make its way up to the top to test that resistance, which I think is very possible, and I'll give you guys a price range on that right after this. Again, is nice. Because it's a megaphone ascending channel, that is a much more impressive price target. But when it comes to maybe next week, the week you guys watch this, what we're thinking in early April, I think that at the very least, VUZI is going to retest this previous line of support right here on this sideways little bounce following a big sell-off. Support line of support once broken, we saw that significant sell-off, so you know this trend line is in play. TA 101 technical, just TA Principles 101, previous support becomes new resistance. I think this will be the first target for VUZI, and I think this could come in real quick, and that would take us up 25% from current levels at about $6.60, where we are once again at the time of recording. Previous support, new resistance on April 8th, which is the end, which is Friday of the week you guys are watching this. That would take us to $8.30. But best case scenario, let's take it to mid-month. So April 14th is next Friday. Okay, mid-April, what happens if by some beautiful circumstance the rocket is there? Keep in mind the rocket is there. April 14th is next Friday. That would take us from current levels where we are now up over 55% to double digits to $10.25, which in all honesty I wouldn't be surprised at all, especially considering, I mean, there's so much hype following this Alibaba investment. I just feel it in my gut that something is coming for VUZI again. It's a matter of when, not if. Maybe it takes longer, but best case scenario, this is optimistic, but again, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this happen mid-April to late April. I do think we could see the top side of this ascending channel tested, and of course, you guys, same as every other price target when you're talking trend lines, it's ultimately dependent on the date at which the trend line is tested. Okay, so whether it's April 5th, whether it's real soon, that'll take us to 9:45, best case scenario, or whether it's in a couple weeks, next Friday, 10:45. It's just dependent on when this trend line is hit. Okay, so that said, first stop is going to be this previous line of support as new resistance. Once again, into this range that VUZI, I do think VUZI will trade in for a little bit. Probably come up here, maybe pull back down here, and then maybe make its run up to test that top line of resistance on its ascending channel. But again, you guys will play it by ear, play it day by day, and I'm not going to be making videos on VUZI every day, but one more call to action, you guys. I cover it at least once or twice a week, I'd say, in the newsletter. So if you guys want daily updates on VUZI, on Matterport, on SoFi, literally Bitcoin every single day, that's what we kick it off with, or ARK Innovation, all these other plays that are in my portfolio, and maybe some of yours as well. Again, first link down below. So that is short term. Let's zoom out a little bit and talk, go to the daily candles and talk long term. So VUZI, once again, has seen a stark correction from the highs it saw back in April of 2021, $32 since then to the low we saw just over a month ago. We saw over an 80% correction. Usually growth stocks see a 60 to 70% correction, but an 80% correction is pretty stark, which gives me a reason to believe that VUZI has more bounce potential than most. Okay, so VUZI also is at a market cap of $420 million, and I think there's so much growth potential here. Like, again, I wouldn't be surprised at all over time to see, and again, maybe it gets inflated, but over time for Vuzix to have a fundamental, to have a fair value, like when it comes to PE ratio and like revenue multiples, to see Vuzix at a $4 billion valuation someday. I mean, Nikola got to crazy levels. Like, I mean, these other companies that don't even have products in market have gotten crazy multiples. So whether it's a hype cycle, whether it is media and pandemonium that caused it to get to $4 billion, I don't think that's a stretch by any means, okay? Which obviously correlates to a 10x from current levels. But anyway, very staggering correction. Another big thing that just happened a few days ago. I was pumped about this in the newsletter. Vuzix, this white line right here, is VUZI's overall line of resistance on this long-term downtrend. So obvious touch point here at its high about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago to date. So it's its anniversary of its all-time high. Maybe we see that rally again. But touch point here, obviously in the bounce we saw in growth sectors in November, we did break above that. And right now we are currently sitting almost at the time of recording, almost just below it, I guess. But if VUZI sees green, if VUZI makes its way up, we will have officially broken that long-term resistance, and we are going to officially be in long-term overall breakout mode. Okay, so short-term looks great. Long-term, we are in breakout mode following range trading. I think a reversion to the mean is in order, and honestly, I think double digits are in order. sooner than later. Okay, so we'll call it there, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is actually a really fun one to make. I had a smile on my face this whole time, but I'm passionate about this company. I'm sorry if you invested in it in the past couple of months. I lost money on it. Trust me, I did too, but that's the game, you guys. That's what separates the winners from the losers, is if you can take the shots to the face and stay standing, because ultimately that will pay dividends, and that will pay off, literally. Okay, so again, please give the video a like if you're still here. I really appreciate you, and I'll talk to you downstairs in the comments. Okay, till next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.